I want to talk to you real quick about the power of words, right? And you growing your business and getting your business to that level that you deserve it to be. I was talking to someone the other day, and they were referring to their business, and they said, I got this little thing going. And oftentimes you'll hear that, and you hear it without even being conscious of it sometimes. And you'll say it without even being conscious of it, right? Pay attention to yourself, and then pay attention to other people as well. You hear people who say, well, I'm trying this little thing, or I've got this small thing that I'm trying, or, I've got this business that I want to start. It's not much. And what you're doing is you're already projecting the outcome of your business, right? By limiting it, by using limiting words. The words that we put out there are so powerful, and they become even more powerful when we don't realize what we're saying, right? When we don't realize what we're saying. We're talking about how we want these businesses, and of course, most of us, we want a business to be able to provide for us, to be fruitful, to generate some income, to generate some cash flow, to grow into something. But then the words that we're saying out of our mouth, when we're not even conscious of what we're really saying, says something totally different. I've got this little business, or I'm working on this little thing over here, or it's not going to be much, or it's not much. So do yourself a favor and start watching. This guy's not even using his signal light over here. Start watching the words that come out of your mouth and change them. Catch yourself. When you start to say, hey, I've got this little thing, you can just switch it up. This business that I'm working on, right? Get into the habit of monitoring the words, monitoring the thoughts that you put out there, and then correcting yourself. The correcting will put you on the right path. Now, I remember growing up and how much certain people would put into me, right? As a kid, growing up, as a teenager, certain people would just say, hey, Ty, man, you're so smart. Or they would say things like, you're gonna be someone, you're going to do something. And at the time, it kind of felt kind of funny having someone give you praise, right? But now, as I'm older, I realize what they were doing they were planting seeds in me. My big sister Rhonda, my older sister Rhonda, would always say, and we grew up in a very tough neighborhood, so she always knew, that I think she knew, that in order to have her younger brother survive and not get killed on the streets or not go to jail, as so many of my friends and people around me were, she had to try to put something in me, because she had a very rough life herself, right? Very, very rough life. And you see so many people in your environment going through things, and then you have people that you care about who you don't want to go through those same things. So she would often instill things in me. Hey, watch out for these punks on the battlefield, right? You're smarter than this. You're better than this, right? Making sure, Ty, you're so handsome, right? Just all types of things. And we have, let's see, age difference. She just turned 61. Actually, so I'm 50. So we have a 11-year-old difference. So here I am, I'm 18, my 29-year-old sister is putting all of these things into me. She had lots of issues, right? Had gone to jail, had mental health issues, and some stuff that she'd been battling with. And all her life I've always known her to be that individual who's poured into me. My dad is another one, right? He's another one that's always poured into me. Even though him and my mom got separated when I was really young, maybe about a year old or 2 years old. My dad would always come by and, he'd give us money, and he'd say things to me and my younger brother and instill things into us and show us this work ethic. And, those things paid off. They pay off a lot. So it also allowed me, as I got older, and as I started to understand the importance of words and the importance of pouring into other people, allowed me to pour into my children. It allowed me to pour into people that are in my community, pour into my wife, pour into people that mean a lot to me. pour into maybe children or kids that I'm mentoring, pour into people that you come across. And most importantly, it taught me to pour into myself, to say positive words about myself, to say uplifting things about myself. And I'm asking you to do that. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing strange with it. If you've never had that, it may seem extremely strange. And as I said, as a kid, as my sister, my dad is saying, not necessarily my dad, but my sister and other people were saying things, because I had, a boss who would say things, right? A boss and I who had a mentorship relationship. Other people would say things. And then you have people who say extremely negative things, right? You have people who say crap. And oftentimes, if you let it, the people who say the junk, the crap to you will stand out more, right? Because we often have people who probably say more negative things to us and about us and around us than we do people who say positive things. But pour into yourself, pour into other people. I'm asking you to do that. And if you got some value out of this, please share this video. Share it with someone that you know, a young person. Share it with a teenager who may need to see this, because I believe in you. I believe in that individual that's going to watch this video, and I believe in anyone else who may come across this thing. That's what we need. We need people who will say, regardless of what your upbringing was, regardless of what your current circumstances are, regardless of how old you currently are, we have people that believe in us, and that belief will push us through if we allow it to. Stay well.